hitchhikelighter.com. Coming at you today on a video that will be about how to make a knee pillow. And this is an example of what we're going to make. It's not exactly what we're going to be making, but it's close to. And it is the end of a climate cush. And we're actually going to be taking this in and cutting it here and sealing it off. This is an example of one that I've made and used, and it came from this end. And what I did is I took this and then 3 folds, cut it, and then moved this down here to make a foldable knee pillow as such, just as a trial to see if it would work or not, to give a little bit more padding between your 2 knees. And so what is the purpose of a knee pillow? Well, basically some of us have really thin knees, not a lot of fat around our knees, and you know, it can get you know, if you happen to be a side sleeper and you've got your 2 legs, you know, like this with your knee on knee, it can get a little, you know, sore on your knees. So what I did on this particular one, when I didn't like how thick it was, is I ended up cutting it right here and then attempting to sew a knob or a valve onto the end of it, and then I taped it over. Unfortunately, it's got a slow leak in it at this point in time. But to give you an idea what it looks like, there we go, I got it inflated. There's basically the knee pillow. So it's just you know, it's a pocket with a little bit of air around it, and then your knee basically fits right in here. You know, the ball or whatever it is of your knee socket. And that's just enough to have your 2 knees in here where you don't have that direct knee-on-knee contact, because that little bit of cushion, padding, air between your 2 knees. And all of this was an idea of like maybe like 3 years ago. I had this idea of using the something to make that knee pillow, and then the climate cush came out, and after like 6-8 months of sitting and staring at them, I went, okay, this is going to work, or it might work. So I put a message out on my Facebook page and said, hey, if there's anybody out there with a climate cush that you don't use anymore, if you'd like to sell it, you know, or give it away at a discount, you know, let me know. So I had 3 or 4 people sell them to me, and then, I don't know, like 2, 3, 4 people just mail them to me out of the kindness of their hearts. So I ended up with 7, 8 cushions that, you know, I got, and then I had like 2 or 3 just to, you know, that I bought to be able to start experimenting with. So I've gone through 6 or 7 different iterations in making a pillow. And this is actually my last one, and I wanted to save this one to show everybody what I came up with as the best method, the best solution to creating this knee pillow. And we're going to use this one as showing how to do it. Other cool things from Climate that you can do with their pads is this. This is what I've called the V pillow, because it looks like a V. And you basically, if your sleeping pad is, let's say this is your sleeping pad, your head end is up here, obviously not to scale, but your head is here, the sleeping pad goes here, your head rests here, your neck kind of comes down in here, and then you've got this just great little bit of air padding for your pillow. Not a big pillow, but a great little pillow. And this was actually made for me in-house by Climate. Back when I was doing a little bit of collaboration work with Climate, they had the end of a sleeping pad and cut it down into shape and then put this valve in. Now, I will say working with the valves is extremely difficult. You want to try to do everything you can to not tamper with the stock seam, the heat seam of these valves, because, you know, there's some kind of special heat tool that they must have that does the press and the heat seams and all that. If you try to do it yourself, like what I've done with this, you will spend way too much time trying to get that seal to seal properly. To give you an idea of the weight of the little V-pillow here, I don't remember it off the top of my head, but I can. So to give you an idea of how much the V-pillow weighs, I'm going to put a little pot on here, tear it out to 0, stick it in. 31.9 grams, 1.13 ounces. So for 1.1 ounce, you've got yourself a sweet little pillow. Now, could you make this yourself? Maybe. Again, working with these valves is crazy hard to do. This particular pad that I made, this knee pad, I can get the air out of it. This one came in at 0.89 ounces, 25.2 grams. All right, so let's get to the topic here of the actual video, and that is making ourselves a knee pillow. Now, you could use this end, as I said earlier, and just attach a valve to it here, but we're not going to do that. We're going to actually take the existing Climate Cush, and we're going to cut it right along this seam, this heat seam that already exists. The air passes through right here, right where my fingers are. So as you blow up the air can't come there, but it passes through right here into this chamber, so forth. So if we cut it right along here on that side of the seam, all we're going to have to do is heat seam this 1-inch section of fabric right there. And then all of this will be our knee pillow with a valve already cut in, or heat seated in. So I'm just going to take a sharp pair of scissors. And there we go. And as you can see, it's pretty much going to be that. So I'm going to take my scissors and just trim this up. Doesn't have to be perfect, of course. There we go. So that's what we ended up with. And of course, if you tried to blow this up now, it wouldn't, because you've got this hole right here. And to show you, there is the hole that the air passes through. And the rest of this is completely sealed. So all we have to do is take our preheated iron, and this is the cheapest iron I could find on Amazon. It cost me, I don't know, $7 or $8. And all we have to do is apply pressure at that very end point. You don't have to do both sides, but might as well. And then you want to wait for it to cool off. You know, if you blow into it as soon as you heat press it, then you might blow a little bit. You know, the heat might cause the air to blow it apart. All right. Put a little bit of air in it. And there you've got your Climate Cush, or as I call it, the Climate, or just knee pillow. And so yeah, basically the way this works is you've got your knee, it fits right in there. And then obviously your other knee is down here, and that is just enough padding to prevent your knee-on-knee getting sore issues, for those of you that have this problem. So let me deflate this, bring out the scale, zero it out, put that in, and we are at 24.4 grams, 0.86 ounces. So there you've got a sub 1 ounce knee pillow made from the Climate Cush. Hope you've enjoyed this, everybody.